Good morning, my millionaire growth partners. My name is Otis Tucker, the world's first trillionaire. I am creating financial freedom for billions of people across this world. I am creating a million millionaires. I am the greatest leader that ever lived. I am God, people, and most important is that I manifest the words I speak. Wow, these two beautiful butterflies just flew right by me. My message today, people, is to share with you why I say that I'm God. Because it's like, I understand that for a lot of people of this world, when you hear it, it's like very shocking and jolting because it's not something you'd normally hear. And even for myself, it's like I go back to the beginning, man. So obviously my spiritual journey started back in December 2021 when I went to Jamaica for my birthday. I was at a really low point in my life. And, I never forget. It's like for 4 days, from Thursday to Saturday, I was driving all over the island just trying to figure out how to solve all the issues. Like I was at a really low point, people, at risk of losing everything I had, my business, my livelihood, everything. And when I went down there from Thursday through Saturday, it's like I drove. I love to drive in Jamaica, by the way. And I just drove and think till my head hurt, man. And I'll never forget, I went to bed Friday night, and Saturday morning I woke up and everything made sense. I knew how to solve all my problems. I knew everything. It's like everything just made sense to me. So that was my first real spiritual connection with the divine source. And while I was down there, I'll never forget, I was sharing with my sister, Tina, down there in Jamaica, that the visions I was having, and also the fact that God also told me back then and showed me throughout the duration of time that I am the world's first trillionaire. And it's like, it's like to be at a point where you're at the risk of losing everything because you don't have it, obviously, to take care of it, and to go from that perspective to go to the other extreme to do something that have never been done. Of course, it was bizarre, but it's like, okay, I trust God. At that point, it's like I just trust the vision. I don't know what it is, to be honest with you, but it's like I just knew that I believed it. I believe it to be so. And I chose to lock in on that vision, man, that, hey, that is the vision that I'm going with, and that is what it was. As time went on, it showed me, hey, one of the ways I make that happen is by creating a million millionaires. That's something else that's never been done, intentionally creating a million millionaires. And for a period, it wasn't until earlier this year, I want to say February or March, and you'll hear it in my videos, where I actually got the plan from God and exactly how I do that. You know what I'm saying? And but I don't want to jump the gun there. It's like, okay, so anyway, that's that. As far as the being the world's first trillionaire part, God gave me that business plan back, I think, in March or whatever. And it's like, spiritual wise though, I just knew something was happening within me, people, but I didn't know exactly what it was. I didn't understand it. I just know for somebody that wasn't really religious, wasn't a regular churchgoer, it just felt really, I just knew something was happening, that I wasn't the one doing it. I just know that much. So as time went on, I considered myself a prophet, from God. I'm not sure exactly what the heck the title was or what it is that I needed to be, but I just knew that I wasn't being my physical self. So either way, it's like when for 2 years, I think back in 22 was when I started exploring, like, okay, who am I? Because again, the things that was happening to me, it wasn't something that I would normally be doing. So it's like, what's happening and who am I? So I went on that quest, on that journey, people, of really exploring, like, okay, who am I, man? And for about, I guess, a year and a half, because I think it was back in 23, July, all I knew was 23, I believe. July 23, I was in New York at Times Square when I figured it out. And again, all my videos track all these timelines. So even if I get the dates wrong, you can always watch the videos because I always share things when I receive breakthroughs. And I figured it out. It was like, okay, who am I? I realized that I am my soul. I wasn't my body. My body is what they call Otis Tucker. That's what everybody sees. They see the picture, they see the face, and that's what they relate Otis Tucker to. But I knew there was more to me than just my name and my body. You know what I mean? Because again, there was so much things happening inside of me that I wasn't the one dictating. And so once I figured that out, that was a huge breakthrough for me, because then I realized that I am my soul, which is the Spirit of God that resides inside of me. So that cleared up a lot of things. That made a lot of sense for me. And for about another maybe 7 months of me knowing that I'm my soul, what happened is I got to the point where I'll never forget this, people. It was January 15, 24. So last year when this happened, where I was laying there in bed and I was meditating like I do every night, and all of a sudden I could not stop crying. For about 5 minutes, give or take, I could not stop crying. I was crying like a freaking baby, man. Like, I've only cried, from my recollection, twice in my adult life, really. Once was when my grandmama died, and the other time was that night, people. And I could not stop crying uncontrollably. And as I was crying, the words that kept chanting out of my mouth is that I am God and I manifest the words I speak. I am God and I manifest the words I speak. And I kept saying that uncontrollably. And as I'm saying those things, it was like visions and messages that was coming to me, you know, of different things. I don't remember all of them, but a lot of them I do remember, you know. But that was a really unique experience. I'll never forget that, man. But all I know is that is the night, people, when I really became my soul. Because even though I knew I was my soul, you know, we have the choice. We're mind, body, and spirit. Otis Tucker is my body. That's literally what that is. My soul is the Spirit of God. It is God that resides inside of me, you know. And of course, my mind is the creative tool. That's what I'm realizing too, is that my mind is what I used to create. That's what God used to create, use in this form to create, is our mind. That's why we're mind, body, and spirit. But bringing it back to this, though, is that's the night when I really became the Spirit of God. You know, I was no longer just my body, Otis Tucker. I embraced the fact that the Spirit of God lived inside of me, and I became it. You know, I became it after that experience. And I remember when, you know, for a long time I kept wanting to say prophet, and you know, He kept showing me visions, man, like He need me to say these things, to say that I am God and I manifest the words I speak. And it's like, to me, it's like, you know, when you grow up in the church, it's like all that stuff is blasphemy, man. It's like, to say you're God, it's like, it's just wrong, quote unquote, according to religion, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me to be saying that, it's a shocker. The people around you, they're like, why are you saying that? That's weird. Stop saying that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, because they was offended, just like I initially was, of me saying that I am God, you know? And I said it for a while, and then I stopped, because I was listening to, you know, family and friends who was like, man, stop saying that, you know? And as I do it, the Spirit, I've stopped saying it twice, and every single time, within a month's time, God forced me to go back to saying it, and He showed me why I need to say it, you know what I'm saying? And bottom line is that, after a while, and once He got me to the point where I realized that the only person I need to do anything for here is God, man. I don't need no approval from no man, nobody, no family, no friend, nobody. So it was like, it took me getting to that point to stop caring what their opinion was of why I say that I am God, you know? And this topic came up today, people, because it's like, there's something that really, I had a powerful breakthrough last night, man, and I definitely want to share this with you. See, there's a difference in belief, you know? It's like, obviously at first, you know, whether it was me saying I'm the world's first trillionaire, or whatever the case is, when you're not those things in a physical form, it takes a long time for your mind to really accept and embrace and start to believe this thing. I remember for me saying the world's first trillionaire, it took me 6 months of saying it every single day before I even believe that it's possible. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, even though I've been saying I'm God, man, for at this point, for over a year and a half now, it's like, you know, last night, is when I actually no longer just believe it to be so, people, but I know it to be so. And there's a big distinction in that, and I really want to help you grasp it, man, because it was powerful when I figured it out last night. See, when you believe something, having faith and believing in something means you do not have it. See, what God showed me last night, people, is that I don't believe that I am God. I know that I am God. You know what I'm saying? Because he gave me plenty of sign over the last 30 days, man, to show me that there's no way no human being could do the things that he has done for me as far as protection, guidance, you know what I'm saying? And just on natural favor. It's like there's no man-made or man-way that can make this happen. You know what I'm saying? And I had to come to that conclusion. And it's like last night, I've been thinking about that over the last few weeks, especially with all this new spiritual changing that's been shifting in me, like quantum leap and just changing to different just changes that's happening inside of me, man. And just, so either way, bottom line is, man, is that I'm at the point right now where not only it's like I had to, it's like I had to kill the old me. I had to get rid of it. I have to get rid of my old way of being, my old self. And what I'm realizing is because I was simply believing that I am God versus knowing that I'm God. And I know it sounds similar, people, but I promise you there's a big distinction there. Is that you can only believe in something you don't have. If you have it, then you know you have it. If I tell you got two hands, you don't need to guess if you got two hands or believe you got two hands. You know you got two hands. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm at the point now where I know that I am God, in the sense that God, not only am I, like, God is literally using me, Otis Tucker, as a vessel. And who is in here is literally God. Like, I've submitted over the last year and a half, over time. It took me a while, but I've learned to submit myself to the Spirit. And the way you get to that point is through trials and tribulations, man, and just trusting God and choosing to trust God in any and all circumstances, man. And now I'm at the point where officially, as of last night, it's like I no longer just believe I am God, because you can't fool nobody. You can't fool yourself, man. You might fool other people, you can't fool yourself. It's like I know at this point that I am the Spirit of God manifested in this body, Otis Tucker's body. You know what I'm saying? And as I speak to you, people, I speak to you as God, because God is speaking through me. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, they're separated. It's like I got my spirit. Otis still got a lot of work to do. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of spirit growing to keep aligning. But at this point, I'm aligned to the point where I know who I am, people. I know that I am the Spirit of God. I know that I am God, people. You know what I'm saying? And it's such a powerful realization, because now that I know that to be the case, it's like I can no longer operate from the Otis Tucker version of things. Just like, okay, I have to start creating the new, what would God be doing? What should God be doing? Obviously, everything with God is on the world stage. So it's like, okay, I need to think more globally, and think, what would he be doing to really transform this world? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do I need to be as I am God? And I know he'll reveal those things to me as time goes by. But right now, I'm still wrapping my mind around the fact that I really am who I say I am, that I really am God. I really know that to be true now. You know what I'm saying? And even for me, people, I'm going to be honest with you. I was telling my wife last night, but like, man, I'm genuinely shocked. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know this, and it's like, to know something, people, is extremely powerful, man. And it's like I'm still wrapping my mind all the way around it. And it's like I know and sense and feel these powerful shifts that's coming in right now, people. Like, I know my life's about to change on a drastic scale. How exactly, I don't know and don't really care, man. I know that God is leading me, so I don't have to worry about none of that stuff, man, the details. I just want to point the direction and declare it and state it, so you can know as I'm prophesying and declaring what's to be. And as you see it manifested, what God showed me in the Spirit, man, is that he's using my vessel, Otis Tucker. He's using my vessel to literally transform billions of people's lives. He's literally using me to create billions of believers, man, that will deepen their relationship with God because of the work that he's doing with me. Now, obviously, Autobody had to make an agreement with God and be willing to continue to be obedient. You know what I'm saying? And the cool thing, people, is that everything that's happening with me is the same thing that can happen for you, man, because the truth is God is inside every living being. That means he's inside of you. You know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, people have different purposes, so there's different, codes that's been written in different people's DNA because, again, we just forgot who we are, people. And for me, I'm starting to remember a little bit more and more about who I am. And especially right now that I know who I am, now I have to get busy on creating the new dimension of my life, man. And to me, that's exciting because right now it's like, as God, people, the number one job of God is to create. But it's like, in order for you to create, I had to get to this level, though. It's like, that's the biggest breakthrough, man. The breakthrough that I've been working my entire life for, I believe just happened last night, man, where it's like, I know who I am. I know who I am, and I know that I am God, and I know that the Spirit of God is living through this vessel, which we all know is Otis Tucker. And for me, it's nothing but excitement. It's nothing more than appreciation and gratitude to be chosen to do this will. And I am ready, man. I accept and know that I'm ready because all the trials and tribulations that I've gone through over the last 3.5, almost 4 years, it's really been preparing me for the purpose that God is ready to launch me into right now. You know what I'm saying? Because even though I don't know all the details, I know that because the Spirit of God is in me, he will attract and bring the people to me, that's needed. I also know there's a lot of gifts in my DNA that I have to develop, in the sense that I have to remember how to use them. You know what I'm saying? One of the ones I've been working on is the spirit of discernment. You know what I'm saying? And also tapping into divine protection from God, man, because, either way, my point is there's a lot of gifts that I know that is in me. One that I'm really looking forward to is, I know I heal people mentally right now and emotionally, but I also look forward to developing the skills to be able to physically heal people. Like, I really look forward to that, you know what I'm saying? And there's so many gifts that's out there, and all those gifts, I know they're in my DNA. Now, how I release them, I'm not sure exactly how to do that, people, but it's part of the exciting journey that's to come, man. And, it's exciting, man. It really is. It's very exciting, and it's like, it's so good to know what's happening while it's happening to you, man, because it helps you to have foresight to look past your current circumstances, It's like, right before your biggest breakthrough, man, especially when it comes to the Spirit of God, it's like every single thing, people, and recognize this for yourself, is that right when everything is going chaos, confusion, stuff going south, nothing working out the way you expect it to work out, it's like what I've learned to embrace here over the last couple of weeks is that that's God doing that final development stage, that final push. And all my job here and my responsibility is to overcome those challenges that God lays in front of me, man. And that's the same for you, people, is that you want to push through those last trials and tribulations, man, because right before your biggest breakthrough is when your biggest tests come, man. And it's good to know that ahead of time. So I thank God also between algorithm to attract all the different people that, I either follow or listen to their messages, man, because God speak through people, man, because it's the same God that's in me is in them. So God speak through those people to relay messages to me on what to do and how to do and different things, and it's things that I be like craving to know. You know what I'm saying? And that to me is amazing, man. It's just divine guidance, divine favor. Like, those people to me are indeed my angels, man, because there's times, people, especially when you're going through your biggest trials and tribulation and chaos and confusion and all those things, is that having those people who are literally like your angels, man, is that they inspire you on a level that physical regular people cannot. Those are indeed chosen people, man. I have a spiritual family out here, and it's like I'm just grateful, and I thank God for that, man, because those people have helped me to go through the toughest challenges I've had here within the last month or so. You know what I'm saying? And it's a blessing, man, and I'm very grateful. I'm very humbled for their lives, and it's nothing but amazing things to come from here, people. Not just for me, but for this world, because that's what I'm here to do, you know? And I'm just very grateful, man. I'm getting emotional talking about this, but this is amazing. I'm just extremely grateful. I really am. Um, one last gift I'll say that is powerful, and I want to share it because I think that for people that's out there, you can research this and practice on this for yourself. But one of the greatest gifts that you can get from God, man, is to be, I think it's called an alchemist, where any and every negative energy that any source, force, or whatever send your way to take you out, man, or whatever the case is, or trip you up, confuse you, or whatever the case is, so they can control you. What happened is, without effort, people, like without even trying, the spirit of God that's in me and the same one that's in you, I promise you, as you develop yourself, it will turn every single one of those things for good in your behalf, because what they're doing is they're giving you, you transmute that negative energy into something positive. That's one of the greatest gifts that I think I could have ever gotten from God. I know so, you know what I mean? Because the world is full of nothing but negativity, man. So to have that ability where you can transmute negative energy into positive energy, to me, is the greatest blessing, man. It really is, because everything comes from that, man. If you can turn negative into positive, you can always upgrade positive to more positive. So it's like, that's the greatest gift, and I'm extremely grateful to have that as a natural gift that I can apply without any effort, like literally without any effort, man, because the divine source is in me and he's using me. So for him, this is child's play. So anyways, man, that's that. I'm gonna leave it at there for right now, man. Shout out to Jamaica, man, who's the eye of this world. Shout out to the Africa, who's the mother of this world, and the entire Caribbean, man, and the African diaspora worldwide. People, my mandate from God, man, literally here. I'm here. I am here to unite Caribbean and Africa. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is my purpose for being here right now in this vessel. Is to unite the Caribbean and Africa, man, and the Black diaspora worldwide. You know what I'm saying? Because people, it's like the greatest prosperity period can only come about as that happen. And everybody benefits from it, not just the Caribbean and Africa and the Black diaspora. Everybody benefits from it, because the more all the new inventions and stuff that will come about, it'll come from people in Africa, the Caribbean, man. Majority of that stuff has come from out of there, you know? And it's like we'll finally be able to use the natural resources, which Africa is the wealthiest in the world, period. Off of that, we got all the resources over there, man. And even with the Caribbean islands, same thing. A lot of the natural resources are right there also, you know. And it's like the resources that we have, people, we have all the wealth there. All we're doing is God is raising up people like myself that are entrepreneurs and people that are great leaders, and we'll create more great leaders, man, that can lead the charge in bringing about the wave of prosperity. You know what I'm saying? Creating financial, economic development and opportunity for our people worldwide. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just extremely grateful, man, for that privilege, y'all. But the most important thing, people, is that we must stand united. Don't tear each other down. Only build each other up, man. Inspire and motivate each other. Empower each other. Support each other. Don't find excuses why you don't need to. Find ways how you can support people, man. You know? And it's weird how that happens, but that's the shift that must happen. People need to stop giving money, doing business with people that don't care about them. Find another business, another black-owned business somewhere, man, that can provide those services that you need at the capacity that you need. I'm not telling you to give you money to business that's not willing to give you quality service. That ain't what I'm saying. What I'm saying to you, though, is that we must support each other, people, and continue to find ways to empower each other. Each one teach one, create opportunity for others. And really, that's how we bring about the greatest prosperity period, man. Another thing I see, people, is that one of the ways I create a million millionaires, you know, I shared with you guys a while back, you know, before I went to Jamaica, like my mandate from God, the instructions I received was to go to Marcus Garvey Foundation to videotape that. Go to my cousin Bob Marley's foundation and go where I grew up. And that's to show you third time's the charm. These are people that God have used in the past to unite the Caribbean and Africa, and it didn't really work out all the way. But right now, people, what I can tell you is this. God is literally here using me right now to make sure that that does happen, because that's how we transform the world. And that's in the best interest of everybody, man. So that's that. Also setting up that corporation. That is the business right there in Jamaica. Just registered. Don't ask. I know this from back in March. This is how I become the world's first trillionaire, because I create opportunity using that business for billions of people across this world, man. And that also helped Jamaica to be the richest nation in this world, because every country, the money that's made in all those countries, half of that will go right back to Jamaica. The rest I'll invest in those countries to create economic development, man, by creating joint partnership of governments to find ways to solve their problems, man, using business. Business is the greatest tool there is, people. And I know God will, through his divine help and support, will attract the people that I need to help make that happen, man. And I'm extremely grateful for that privilege and opportunity. People, my declaration over your life, number one, is that you are a millionaire. Number two is that you're married to the person of your dreams. Number three is that you have amazing health and is in the best shape of your life, man. My prayer for you today, people, is that I see nothing but blessings for you, man, as you're willing to do the work, people. You must be willing to do the work, though. Start connecting with your spirit, you know. Start working on your daily routine. Be aware of what you're doing and find ways how to change your actions on a daily basis that's going to be more conducive to give you the life that you want, man. And people, pray profusely. Pray continuously. Start practicing communicating with God, man, that's inside of you. Talk to him just like I'm talking to you right now. Talk to God. Be real with him, man. You know what I'm saying? He knows everything anyway. He lives with you. He sees everything. You follow me? But he just needs you to start connecting, making a conscious effort to connect with the spirit. And as you do that, people, watch your life transform, you know? Blessings onto y'all, people, and your family. I bless y'all, man. Blessings onto all of y'all. Y'all have a great day.